audience members. All right, Ramon.
Can you imagine being homeless in 50 degrees below zero? Today, we live in a world where there's a large problem that a lot of people take notice, but very few take action. At some point, you had a choice to make. When you saw a homeless person ask for help, you either decided to help them, or by giving them some money or some food, or you decided to walk away. Today, I will persuade you that homelessness in the United States is a problem. I've been downtown Chicago many times in my life, and now it seems like every other block you see a homeless person, just sitting there by themselves asking for help. Even today here at Euler, a lot of places that we go to, the grocery stores, gas stations, even down the street, you see people that are just sitting there by themselves asking people like us for money. Homelessness in America has steadily been decreasing these past few years, but there's still too many people out there living on the streets. Almost 3% of the population is homeless in Chicago, making the city somewhat look bad. In 2017, there was a total of over 550,000 people that were homeless in America. The majority of the homeless population lived in some forms of shelter. That's roughly 360,000 people. The other 34% lived in a place not meant for human habitation, such as like the streets or abandoned buildings. Single individuals comprise 66.7% of all people experiencing homelessness. That's around 369,000 people. And about 33.3% of those were families, such as parents and kids. To my next point, there are too many unaccompanied youths in America, let alone Chicago. Throughout America, over 40,000 children and young adults are homeless. In the 2016 census, there was over a total of 11,000 kids that were unaccompanied, including over 2,000 being students in the city of Chicago. The youth and the veterans share the least amount of homelessness percentage, but to me, I still feel like that's still too much. It should honestly be zero. I feel like it's not fair to them, growing up, not being able to have a place to live and have money for themselves. The youth are, to my next point, having homeless people can affect how America is portrayed. Some city officials are trying to make a difference and by helping homeless people get off the streets. A proposed budget for next year would include more than $1 million for a pilot program to support homeless Chicagoans living in encampments, as well as those transitioning into public housing. A program called Clean Slate here, they're based in Fort Worth, Texas. It's ran by city officials, and it's basically getting homeless people off the streets and helping them clean the city, just picking up trash and working on parks and stuff. To me, it's a win-win for both, because the city is being cleaned and then they're also getting paid, so then they'll also have food, money, being able to, take care of themselves. Having a lot of homeless people in a big city can also affect taxpayers in different ways. When passing homeless people, everybody has that guilt. That's another human being not being able to help themselves, have a place to send money. People feel obligated to help them and give them money, but a lot of people decide not to. Some people are afraid to associate with them because, you never know what their intentions might be. But in conclusion, after going through all the facts on homelessness in America, you can now see how big an issue this is in today's society. Homelessness is a problem that more people should try and help, because it's not humane for people to be out in critical conditions and sadness in their hearts. The numbers for homelessness in America have been decreasing in recent years. but it's still a big enough problem where we can't just ignore it and think it'll just go away. Any questions? Yes, I would.
So have you ever had an experience with a homeless person, and has that changed your perspective about them?
I have. This past summer, I went to Vegas, and there was two guys sitting out there. They might have been drunk or maybe on some drugs or something, but they were talking to each other, being very loud, and they were just trying to go to the restaurant, get some food, and be on their way. But just seeing like that, everybody knew that they were homeless. They had a big bag on them, and they said they couldn't come in. One dude didn't have any shoes, so they said like they wouldn't serve him, whatever. So I mean, I went with my family, and we kind of had like leftover food. So I went out after I found them on the street, and I just gave them the rest of our food. And they thanked me. They wouldn't stop thanking me until I went in my car. And ever since then, I feel like, maybe whatever it is, a taco is like a hamburger, whatever, it'll make their day. So that kind of changed my perspective on helping people.